It's not just the forest and its peripheries that the man and animal conflict is showing up. Goa cities too are witnessing a growing trend of confrontation between the two. The only difference is that on the streets of the cities, the hapless stray animals are perennially at the receiving end. In a shocking case, Panjim Animal Welfare Society rescued a bull roaming the streets of Mapusa town with acid burns and injuries all over its body about a week ago. Kazi of PAWS took the bull in the protective care of her NGO shelter in the capital city and did not bother to even lodge a complaint in Mapusa. What is the point in knocking the door of the men in uniform? They just don't act, says Kazi, relating to a similar case in the same city in July last year, where her NGO not only complained to the Mapusa police, but even identified the culprit who had flung acid on the bovine as one vegetable wholesale dealer who runs a Rass-Omelete kiosk. There was no action taken then, Kazi said, and felt it was pointless taking the instant case to the cops. It would only be a waste of time.
This is a bull that was picked up on the 27th of January from Mapusa. According to the veterinary doctors, most likely it has been an acid attack on the bull. So we have been treating it and the progress is quite good, the healing is quite good. Thereafter we'll either send it to the Goshala in Valpoi or we'll give it to the government Kale farm.
Any police complaint has been filed?
No, I have not filed a police complaint this time because in the past I have written complaints to Mapusa police station giving the name of the person, the culprit who is being cruel to animals, and there are witnesses, but nothing has come of it. We have also given complaints to panchayats and Agasai police station regarding the dogs getting snared, snares being put. You can see regularly on the newspapers snares being put in Pilar, Sukor, Bamboli. Now at NIO, I'll show you the photographs. A dog was snared. So somewhere in La Marvel someone is putting snares. We have not had much response from the police, so I've not given any complaint this time. We just treat the animals and get on with it. But I think the police should be sensitized. For that matter, the public should be sensitized because we have a lot of complaints from people who feed animals that they are being attacked by human beings for feeding animals. It's their fundamental right to feed animals. The Animal Welfare Board of India protects them, the courts protect them, but yet they are being harassed, they are being intimidated. So I think basically it's the sensitivity of people, the police. After all, these are defenseless people. And one thing, let me tell you, it starts with these animals, then people get bolder, they graduate, then they go to children, women. Acid has been stopped. People are not supposed to buy acid, sell acid, but then we can see these things happening. So there's a lacuna, something somewhere, which I think the lawmakers, lawkeepers should investigate.
Any punishment is there?
Yes, under Cruelty to Animal Act, there is stringent punishment. Despite that, the fact that they are throwing acid, today it's on a bull, tomorrow it's on a human being. I told you about this man who was attacked next to Vintage Hospital, a man with acid, who is now, I see him in the courts, I see him in C court very often. It's really frightening.
incidents throw the focus on another aspect of the police department's and the government's abject failure in discharging its duties. A year ago, the Supreme Court of India had directed all the states of the Indian Union to keep a tight leash on the commercial sale of acid because of its liberal misuse in the cases of criminal assaults.
These directives are relating to, number one is seller and buyer, what are the penalties, and third is institutional regulations. Now, seller and buyer. Now, anybody who's selling any asset, okay, will have to maintain a register, and this register will contain details about the name and address of this person to whom it is sold and the quantity sold to that person. Number two, the buyer has to show his identity card, okay, and the reason and purpose of buying this asset. Number three, all stocks of asset of this by the seller, it has to be declared. And the fourth is that no asset shall be sold to any person below 18 years of age. These are the four directives given from the seller-buyer point of view.
These directives of India's highest judicial authority have apparently gone a-begging in our state, and senior police officials contacted by In Goa News kept passing the buck.